Hi there, Leo. This is the Spirit Warrior with your fortnightly reading. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're doing the energies and predictions for the month of September. And in the first week we have the Knight of Cups, the Chariot card, and the Judgment card. In the second week, we have the Page of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. In the third week, we have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords has been a very frequent visitor, maybe not a welcome one, but here it is again, and we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. And in the last week of September, we have the Queen of Wands, the King of Cups, and the King of Cups and the King of Wands. We'll draw one more card, which will be the overarching energy, and will be the mystery card. And we'll just put that over here, and we'll turn that over at the end of the reading. So just on a quick look, there are a lot of royalty cards here, particularly in the last week. And this can suggest that people with these energies are coming into your life. So particularly in the last week of September, it could be a very crowded and busy week for you, Leo. The Knight of Cups is a card of new romance. But, of course, in this reading, there really isn't any other romantic cards other than the fact that there is a divine partnership with the King and Queen of Wands. And, of course, that could be a fiery and passionate relationship with somebody who is another fire sign. So, Leo, it could all be happening if you're looking for love, particularly in the last week. The Chariot card is a card of movement and momentum. It's about getting in the driver's seat of life and driving across the river to new possibilities and new options in your life. It is also a card of success and victory. So an amazing omen for you in the first week, Leo. And the Judgment card is a card of rising up from the ashes of your past life. It is the end of a cycle, so there is a phase of your life that's coming to an end, and now you're ready to rise up and claim new beginnings. So the Knight of Cups is clarified by the High Priestess. The Hangman clarifies the Chariot card. And the Three of Swords clarifies the Judgment card. So the High Priestess is a card of mystery. She allows us to go behind the veil and listen to the whispers of the universe through our intuition and our dreams. So at this time, she may be whispering to you about the possibilities of a new relationship, that maybe she's confirming that the person that you're deeply admiring may also have similar feelings about you. So it may give you the guidance to give you the confidence to go forward and meet somebody special. But if you're not looking for love, it could be guidance towards your goals and desires in life as well. The Hangman is a card of contemplation. You can see he's been tied to the tree of knowledge, and he's contorted himself into different shapes so he can look at life from a different perspective. The universe is saying now is the time to take a different view of life. And he is quite a static card, so he needs to cut himself down from the tree to be able to take action. And having it paired with a Chariot card says that You now have a new perspective, and you also have the drive and the desire of the Chariot card to drive your life forward in a direction that will reward you. The Three of Swords clarifying the Judgment card says there's been something painful and hurtful happen in your life. And if we look forward, of course, we've got it in the third week. So it doesn't look like this situation is going away. In this instance, the universe is saying, now is the time to rise up from this pain and suffering. It's telling you it's time to leave it behind. So this may be in the recent or even distant past. If we look into the next week, we also have the Ten of Swords, which is the end of a cycle. It's something that's dead and buried in your life. So it seems as though this is the beginning of a story that the universe is telling you that whatever hurts you in your life, so ending of a relationship, ending of a work situation, end of a friendship, some other hurtful circumstance in your life, now is the time to leave it behind and rise up and claim new beginnings in your life. In the second week, we have the Page of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. So we've just spoken, the Ten of Swords is something that's dead, done and over with in your life, and it can represent the end of a cycle, so 10 months or 10 years. So this could be the end of something that has been hanging around for some time, and maybe good news that now you're ready to move on from this circumstance, and you can see the dark skies are starting to recede and the sun is starting to shine over the horizon. The Page of Swords is a card of new messages and information, and this is telling you now is the time to be alert, to listen, to receive new ideas and new messages. And the Knight of Wands is a highly energetic knight, and he's ready to charge forward and embrace and to act on the new possibilities the universe is flowing into your life. And often, as we move past something that has been dragging on our soul for some time, now you're starting to feel free. You're starting to feel energized because this impediment to love, joy, and happiness is now moving out of your life. The Page of Swords is clarified by the Temperance card. The Nine of Cups clarifies the Knight of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune clarifies the Ten of Swords. So the Wheel of Fortune clarifying the Ten of Swords says you're moving on. So now we have two cards of momentum and movement. So we have the Chariot card, which promises success and victory, and now we have the Wheel of Life turning and saying the pain and suffering is over, and the momentum of the universe is moving in your favour, and now you're ready to open up a new phase of your life. The Temperance card is a card of healing, rebalancing and alchemy. So this says that as you gain a new perspective and the wheel of life starts to turn, now you'll be in a position to heal and alchemize the pain and suffering that the Three of Swords has brought into your life. So often in dark times in our life, it does seep into all the corners of our life, and so it puts our life out of kilter. And so now you have the healing and alchemy of the Temperance card to rebalance your life. And alchemy is where you turn one thing into another thing. So you can see the angels pouring the water from one cup into another cup. And this is saying you can turn one thing, pain and suffering in your life, to joy and happiness. And the Nine of Cups says that as the wheel of life turns and you alchemize the pain and suffering, your dreams and wishes will come true. So, Leo, this is a massive turnaround here, isn't it? Now you've been really struggling and had things weighing you down, and now the universe is flowing amazing energy your way, and this enables healing and alchemy, and now you will receive your dreams and wishes. In the third week, we have the Three of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So really, the reappearance of the Three of Swords says this really isn't going away in a hurry, or it says that you may be hanging on to the pain and the anger that maybe this situation brings. So often when pain, there is also anger and fury, and this is our response to being hurt. But really the universe is sending you the message that it's time to alchemize this hurt and anger and pain and fury, because what it's doing is it's a stumbling block in your life, because the universe is saying what is now available to you as you move on is the Ace of Pentacles, which is new beginnings in prosperity and abundance, and you can see there's a new path through the hedge towards the challenges and possibilities of the mountains in the distance, and the possibility of living an independent and prosperous life. So there is a huge promise here, and really this is the stumbling block that sometimes anger and pain and suffering becomes a friend that you've been hanging on to for so long that it's difficult to let it go, because that's been the thing that's kept you going through life, that anger and might even be hate and dislike, all those negative emotions that fuel hurtful situations. But now is the time to let go and remove the swords from your heart so you can embrace the positive things of life. The Three of Swords is clarified by the Two of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups clarifies the Nine of Pentacles. And the Hermit clarifies the Ace of Pentacles. So now the universe really is being very clear here, isn't it? The path towards claiming all this prosperity and abundance is to rebalance your life. And part of that is to heal and alchemize the pain and suffering, because that is the thing that is keeping your life out of kilter. It's distorting how you feel and how you act in life. The Hermit has been in the cave, and he's full of deep introspection and wisdom. He has searched within himself, and he's found the path towards a more joyous life. And you can see he has the lantern in his hand, and now he can see a path forward. And the Ten of Cups confirms that as you heal and as you rebalance your life, the Ten of Cups will fill your heart full of love, joy and happiness. This card is well known as fortune after difficulty, and certainly it's been a difficult situation. But now as you rebalance, your pockets will be filled and your heart will be filled, and it really is an amazingly positive outcome for you, Leo. In the last column, we have the Queen of Wands, the King of Cups, and the King of Wands. So it's a very fiery and watery last week, isn't it? So the feeling I get is the King of Cups is a master of his emotions, and it says that now you're starting to navigate all this pain and suffering, and you're starting to find a path away from all the negativity that has really been impinging on your life. It's made life insufferable, really, hasn't it? And the King and Queen of Wands are your King and Queen, and it says that you're starting to feel like your old self. Now we're starting to see the Leo of old, that your divine feminine and divine masculine are now returning to their normal levels, and you're starting to feel enthused, and you're starting to feel as though you want to go out and mix with people, and and you want to go out and create the life that you truly desire. And so this really does say that it's all coming together for you, that you have a path through your emotions, and now all that amazing Leo energy is charging into your life. So the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Five of Wands. The Sun card clarifies the King of Cups, and the Fool card clarifies the King of Wands. So the Five of Wands is a card of conflict and competition. It can also indicate an argument or internal turmoil. And it still may say that this situation is not going away without a fight. In fact, that there may be some final last words. But the Queen of Wands is unique in that you can see there's a black cat here. And that says, in the days when these cards were drawn, that black cats were bad luck. And she doesn't care what anybody thinks. And now you're at that point of life or this situation that you don't give a rat's what people think. Now you're in full Leo mode, and now you're heading out and charging forward in life. This also could be the internal confusion. So, these situations and voices have been hanging around for a while, and as you heal and alchemize the pain and suffering, there is that internal chatter saying that this really isn't the path, and healing and maybe even forgiving the party are not things that you should do, that you have to maintain the fury. But really the universe is saying you need to be the Two of Pentacles. You need to rebalance your life. The Fool card clarifying the King of Wands says that now you're ready. You're ready for a new life. And now you're feeling adventurous and fired up and ready to take that leap into the future. And the Sun card says, this third row is pretty amazing, isn't it? So the universe is saying you have the momentum and energy of the Chariot card. You're seeing life from a different angle or a different perspective. Your dreams and wishes will come true. Your hearts are being filled to overflowing with love, joy, and happiness as you live an independent and prosperous life. And now you have the Sun card, which says, all systems go, Leo. It says your life will be full of warmth, happiness, joy, invigoration, prosperity and abundance. It's everything happening, and it truly is an amazing outcome for you. So we'll turn over the mystery card, and it is the Four of Wands. So, of course, the Four of Wands can be a card of marriage. So the relationship or romance energy isn't that strong, but maybe you do find that fiery partner and it is all systems go. It can be a celebration. So as you start to feel invigorated and feeling like the Leo of old, and you take a leap into the future, you decide now may be the time to party. Get your friends together and celebrate the ending of a very difficult phase in your life. And of course, the Four of Wands can also be leaving the safety of the castle and heading out to claim new opportunities and possibilities in your life as you move through the 11 portals. So however it resonates for you here, Leo, there's certainly some amazing things happening here for you. The Four of Wands is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is a card of diligence and hard work. He's been creating these pentacles and he's mastered this art, and he's nearly at the end of this path of learning. And this is saying that Now is the time to apply yourself to life. That there may have been some serious roadblocks in your life and you've found it difficult to make progress. And it's really saying that after the partying and the celebration, now is the time to roll up the sleeves and get to work and create an amazing new life. So it is saying that now you have to create what you truly desire in life. So Leo, now is the time to get to work and build the life that you truly desire. What a sensational reading. Amazing. I hope you liked that reading. Give me a like and subscribe so you can catch me next time. And I send you much love, joy, peace and happiness. This is the Spirit Warrior signing out. Ciao.